Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. We're not machines, we're human. And that means we're not always going to do the rational thing. Well, here are 7 examples of that, including how we might be more rational if we decide to be. First, about procrastination. Everybody knows that procrastination damages our work life as well as our personal life. Yet many people tend to stall until it's too late for anything but a rush job, often a poorly done one. Or they delay so long they end up not doing a task at all. And what do they get in return for that moment of relief when, quote, deciding to do it later? Longer lasting guilt and a sword hanging over their heads. My clients have sometimes, certainly not always, been helped by this, reminding themselves to, if possible, to either start right now or calendar it with a start time. And if necessary, use what I call the 1-second start. What's the first 1 second part of the task? Just do that, even if it's just opening a computer file. Once you've started, it's usually easier to continue. I offer a whole lot more on procrastination and time management. If you'll Google Marty Nemko and procrastination or Marty Nemko and time management, you'll see plenty. Anyway, another head shaker, a mystery of human behavior, is pursuing a lottery odds career. Maybe you were a star athlete in high school, and so you decide to try to become a pro. Or you starred in college plays and set your eyes on Hollywood or Broadway. Of course, that decision, over even just 1 decade, usually costs a true fortune. The lost income, plus the training expenses, which if you're trying to be a pro can be really high. Yet ironically, some of those same people are cautious about far smaller amounts of money. For example, an actress client of mine admitted to me that she drives an extra mile to save 10 cents a gallon on gas. Of course, some people are willing to accept long odds on their career, but how sure are you that you want to, as they say, do what you love and hope the money will follow? In your case, would it be wise to follow your dream or to choose a career with a far greater chance of success, saving sports or creative outlet or whatever your passion is for evenings and weekends? Another client reminds me, a person who was a real fashionista, and she loved making clothes and accessories and jewelry, and tried for a while, and then, like unfortunately most people, she couldn't even begin to make a subsisting living, let alone benefits, and so she made that her hobby. Anyway, another mystery of human behavior, why we tend to let looks trump other factors. We've all heard of people who fell in love with a beauty or a hunk, blinded to that person's characteristics that bode unhappiness. Sexual attraction is powerful, but especially if you're looking for a long-term relationship, do you want to give that sexual attraction piece only moderate weight? If you might want to do that before you're in the throes of infatuation where it's really hard to pull back, might it help to remind yourself of experiences in which you or someone you know let a person's veneer cloud our judgment of the person beneath? Another one of the behavioral mysteries, why so many people choose to have kids. Having even one child is a life-changing and expensive commitment of 18 plus years. Of course there are joys and perhaps the hope you'll have someone to care for you in your old age, but rationally those are often dwarfed by the tremendous restriction of freedom, the inevitable consistent stresses of parenthood, and yes, the cost, which reaches monumentality when we add in college, not to mention graduate school, or if you have a child with a physical or a mental disability. Of course, for many people, having kids has been well worth it. But remember that people who aren't so happy about being a parent are less likely to talk about it. With clear eyes, are you wise to have a child? Or if you already have one or more, do you believe the benefits of having another outweigh the liabilities? Another of the mysteries of human behavior, why people prioritize family over friends. We're thrust into family by chance, friends by choice. Yet many people live by the phrase, blood is thicker than water, even when a family member is most difficult. Again, being clear-eyed, are there any family members you want to spend less time and effort on? Are there any friends on whom you should spend more? The next behavioral mystery is why people risk being perceived as a foolish spender. Not all people, but some people do. For example, such people spend dramatically more on a brand with manufactured prestige, say a Rolex or a BMW, that actually works less reliably and requires more maintenance than does, for example, a Casio watch or a Toyota car. There's nothing prestigious about having to take your Beamer into the shop often, let alone sitting on the side of the road waiting for the tow truck. Consumer Reports rates inexpensive cars like Toyota, Mazda, Honda, and Hyundai more reliable than BMW, Mercedes, Jaguar, Cadillac, Lincoln, and yes, Tesla, which, by the way, ranked 25th of the 26 brands. Tesla just above Lincoln. And finally, a final mystery of human behavior: why would people day trade or even try to stock pick when most traders and even most professional investors do worse than if we simply dollar cost average into an index fund? And those have an annual cost of no more than a few pennies per $1,000 invested, and there's no stress or time spent, and they consistently produce better results. Look, of course, all of us are irrational at times, but maybe this little talk will help you decide when you want to be rational and when you don't. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.